Hey everyone, today we'll do some stretches for leg day. If you're about to go do some squats or a pretty leg heavy workout, this will help you kind of wake everything up and stretch for that. Start off on all fours with a nice straight back, and then turn your hips so that everything between your shoulders and your hips drops, and then look up. Take an inhale. Then exhale, reverse that, so turn your hips the other way, look towards your hips and lift everything between. Then inhale, switch. And just slow your breath down with that. We're not going super quick. Save some of that energy for those squats. Good, and just wake your spine up. Maybe wake your hips up a bit. Really feel that hip movement and what you're doing with your hips here. Almost exaggerate the movement every time. And as you look towards your hips, imagine you're lifting everything between, like you've got a string in the center of your back and someone's pulling that up. Then drop that down. Good. Sit your weight back slightly as you look towards your hips, and then shift forwards as you switch that position. Feel your lower back open here. It should put a little more of a stretch on your lower back. And then just find some natural movements within it. So I'm going to inhale, lift my head, look forwards. And then exhale, lift the center of my back and almost send a wave down my spine. So you're transitioning when you're forwards and back. Good, so we've got some movement in our hips now. So just come to your knees so your hips are above your knees, and step your left foot forwards. Try and keep your left knee above that front foot and your hips above the back knee. So we're not going into a lunge here, keeping upright, and then just tense your bum and almost feel a slight scoop with your hips here. And you'll feel a nice stretch come on the front of your hips here, the psoas, and in your quads as well. And if you want a little more, you can push that back foot down into the mat here just to fire your quads up a bit on this side. Good, and take a few breaths. Just feeling that stretch come on. And really try and, as you take a deep inhale, imagine where that tension is. And as you exhale, just imagine some of that tension going and everything opening out. Good, now just switch sides. So right foot in front and bring on that stretch on the opposite side now. And take a few breaths. Remember, tense the glutes, nice stretch. Front of the left hip this time, and again, push that back foot into the mat a little bit to fire up your quads a bit more. Feel a nice stretch come on. Good, and if you get to the gym 10-15 minutes early, you can start this video just in the corner, put your headphones in. No one knows what you're doing, just sit on your mat and do these stretches before you squat. That way, when you get under the bar, no one's going to be saying, do you even lift, bro? Because they're going to be looking at you, he looks stretched, he looks ready to squat and things. So it's all about getting prepared before you get under the bar, before you start on those warm-up sets, just so that your body's kind of all woken up and ready to go. Good. So come to all fours again now. And now just sit your weight back slightly to your heels a bit. Come back up. Just feel how everything is here. Okay, I don't know how deep you're squatting today or how intense this workout's going to be, but you want to warm everything up properly. Okay, so straighten that right leg back and tense your glutes here. So feel that activation. And then bring it back and almost try and get your right knee to your head. And then stretch it back. And what's your spine doing here? As you move, you'll feel that cat-cow motion again. Okay? So take an inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale back. Head to knee. Stretch it back. Feel the glutes working. Feel the back moving. And feel that crunch as you come into your head. Crunch, nice. So you feel your core waking up too. Good, 2 more this side. And now we'll switch. Okay, so same thing, straighten that left leg. Inhale. Head to knee. And obviously your head doesn't have to touch your knee. It's just as long as you're getting that movement and you're waking everything up. You can feel everything working and you're preparing for those squats. Good, do 2 more this side. Great, okay, just cross your shins behind you or sit yourself on the mat however you're comfortable. Keep your knees a bit bent, heels up towards your hips a little bit and lay on your back. And we'll just do some bridging here. And again, remember, what are we using when we bridge? We're lifting our hips up, but using your bum as well. So tense, get your hips up nice and high and back down. Nice and high, back down. Let's go up. And back down. And I'm taking an inhale on the way up. And down. And we're moving slow here, but enough at the top. You can feel a little stretch and give it a bit more and then come down. Good. And just keep doing a few more of them. Firing everything up, getting everything ready. And you'll feel that stretch on the front of your hips, just like when we were in that kind of upright lunge position a second ago. And your quads will start to work as well here, obviously. See if you can work your hamstrings a bit, so almost curl your heels into your bum as you go up as well. See how that feels? Good. One more up. Stay up at the top though. And take a full round of breath here. And then exhale, come back down. Good. Okay, come back up to your knees and step your right foot forwards. Keep some weight in your hands and just start to stretch forwards and feel your calf stretch a little bit here. Just feel that start to open. If you need to shorten to feel more of a stretch, you can do that. But we're not putting loads of weight into that yet. Just feel that stretch and open. Maybe bring it back down. Come forwards. See how that's feeling to begin with. You don't want the first time you're testing your body today to be when you've got 100 kilo on your back or whatever you're squatting at the moment. You know, try and prepare everything and see how you feel. Good, let's go left side now. Just start to stretch that a little bit. Again, nothing too intense. I've got a lot of weight in my hands here. I'm not just stretching forwards, trying to really open it. We're just seeing how that mobility is today, how your ankle feels. Good. You see a lot of people doing a similar stretch to this before they go running or whatever. They just walk out the house, lean up against the lamppost and stretch their calves and run. I don't recommend that. I recommend stretching a bit more just so just your body's prepared and you're nice and ready to go for a run or whatever you're doing. Okay, now we'll sit in a bit of a squat here, okay? So just start off kind of in a bit of a forward fold with your knees bent. Get a bit of weight in your hands and then sit your hips down and we'll just go from side to side. Okay, I've got a lot of weight in my hands again and I'm kind of introducing a little more weight each time into my feet. And make sure your knees are traveling out. You don't want your knees in like this or anything because you're going to put a lot of pressure on them and you don't want that. So just feel that weight transition over your heels a little more as you go over from side to side Obviously your squat's going to look different to mine. Might be wider, you might be up a bit higher to begin with. That's fine. Just see what works for you. Good, and then when you're ready, just sit your weight back slightly. If you can sit on your heels and kind of sit down in that squat, that's really good. If not, keep some weight in your hands and just see if you can sit back slowly. And then if you're comfortable, hands together, either in a prayer position here with the elbows on the insides of the knees, or just something that opens the knees out where you can sit here, try and work on getting a nice straight back, sitting upright in a bit of a deep squat. And take a few deep breaths. And obviously this isn't a warm-up, this is just to get you stretched and prepared. Make sure you warm up before you get under the bar. Work on activating everything properly. Do some lunges or some bodyweight squats and things like that. But yeah, this is how I'd like to warm up before I get on the squats or leg press or whatever it is you're about to do to kind of strengthen your legs. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, leave us a comment, and consider subscribing to our channel. We do a lot of stretches, a lot of yoga videos and flows and things for athletes, jiu-jitsu practitioners, mixed martial artists. We've got football players, basketball players and things that subscribe to us as well. So get involved, get functional, get stretching and get moving, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys.